Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Friday night episode of the Bliss Pickup. Listen, you're here, and I really appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, and hit up the poll while you guys are entering. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tonight, we are going to talk about the last day of the mini camp. We will talk about what's going on with the quarterbacks. We've heard some things about both quarterbacks. And then we have some things to discuss about one former first round pick who may be getting praised or criticized. It'll be up to us to figure out what Halfley was saying about said player, but make sure you stay tuned to when we get to that point. Tone, it's me and you right now. Let's get to this. I'm really excited. I think.
Hey, for son, you was good.
Today? Are we being cordial today? I'm just asking because I came war ready. Are we being cordial today?
What you mean? You are like this? What you trying to plan something out? Like if you want to be cordial, we can be cordial.
No, because
I'm with the smoke. Listen. Let's get one thing straight. Don't ever ask me if I want to be cordial because I'm always with the smoke.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So however you feel, I'm gonna go that way. If you want to be cordial, I'll be cordial. But I like to smoke. When Luke come up here, I'm probably gonna attack him because I'm with this. It's Friday. I should have worn red today. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm on my attack.
We have business to get to. We have unfinished business from a space that we need to get to.
You want to get into it right now? Let's just
because you said in order for it to be official, I had to come on the show and say it. So I'm here to stand on it. Before we had a caveat on the under 4.5 that we would not go into the winter month with the ice bucket challenge. I have looked at the schedule and I have rescinded that because you know what? It's gonna be nice in Florida when that ice hit, the back of Tony's neck. So I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help you out, Tone. I'm trying to keep you cool in the winter. I'm trying to help you out so you know what it feels like up here. That's all I got to say. I said it here.
You know what?
It's official.
I'm just saying, right? So, matter of fact, make it clear. I want to know what are you actually saying? What are you actually saying?
We will be doing it every single week. Every
You're saying
single
ice bucket
week
challenge, right? The ice bucket
is live.
All right, make it clear. Doing it is kind of wild, but the ice bucket challenge every single week.
I'm gonna go 87% of the time.
And the other 13% is what?
Huh?
And the other 13%?
I'm just very playful.
Okay. So now you just said we're going to be doing the ice bucket challenge every single week outside of the bye week, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Every single week. So no caveats. So I would like to point out the last time someone said, Tone, I'm trying to do you a favor. It ain't work out too good for that person, right? Because you started off by saying we had a caveat, right? And we is more than one person. That's too many people. The caveat was based on you and the weather up there in New Jersey. Let's get that clear out here. I didn't make the caveat. You said it, and I say, you know what, cool. I'm not gonna do you like that. We still brothers and sisters, so I'm not gonna do you like that. I feel you. You more people, right? So let's get that clear. The caveat was for you. I was always with the smoke. I didn't have no stipulations, nothing, right? So now it seemed like you looked at the schedule unconfident at first, and when you were talking, you wasn't this confident, but you went back and you reconsidered some things, right? And you say, you know what? I'm willing to go all in. No matter what now, because you saw the schedule. That's crazy to me. But you know what? It seemed to me like you weren't too confident at the beginning of this debate, but now you are. I'll accept anything. I'm with all the smoke. Cool. I just want to let challenge accept it. Every game, someone is doing an ice bucket challenge. Period. Unless it's a tie. No, if it's a tie, we both have to do it. Let's say that.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute now. You got too much.
Oh, here we go. Okay, now I know what I do. All right.
What are you talking about?
Okay, so then if a tie, no one do it. Look at
you know what?
You don't seem confident.
On a tie? I don't think we're gonna tie a single game. We might be lucky to get a tie.
All right, so it shouldn't matter, right?
You can't walk me into something I don't want to walk into. But you know what?
I just want Joe said, last time someone tried to help me with a bet. It didn't go well at all.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Huh?
I'm just here. Listen,
What do you
I'm
mean
just.
by that?
I don't know I don't know what you're talking about.
I know what you mean by that. But let's okay. So now the bet is on. So just to be clear,
Mhm.
win and loss the whole entire season, someone's doing the ice bucket challenge. For
Yep.
every win, you're doing the ice bucket challenge. For every loss, I'm doing the ice bucket challenge.
Yes.
Cool. I got it. Now it's recorded. I got it. I understand.
Wearing blue is
Friday
kind of crazy.
wearing blue. Cool, huh?
Wearing blue is kind of crazy. You getting ready for the cold? But I like the blue. I like it.
No,
Um,
shout out to my mods. You get what I'm saying? The mods are blue. And I just wanted to show them some love for always rocking and supporting us. So I always do it for my people in the chat. You know this, right? So don't worry about it. You came in all black, ready to fight everyone,
I'm
and
ready to fight everybody.
what you
I'm ready
say?
to fight you. That's what I'm ready to
I ain't gonna
fight.
shoot the fight. I see you got the blue pen though.
Oh, always blue ink. You feel me?
You see,
Always blue ink.
well, you ready to get into the show? First of all, you know what? My apologies. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, my brother will be he's dealing with some family. He's not injured or nothing. My boy good. Shout out to our brother. He's good. He's supposed to be popping up a little later if he have time, but y'all know family come first. So, but how are you doing, Vicinity? How was your day?
My day
You see,
was good. I'm
okay.
I'm ready to make history. I'm gonna be the first person to ever beat you on a bet. I'm ready for this.
We'll see. All right, sir. Let's
This
get
is
it then.
do we even know who are no, we'll get to the quarterback conversation soon. All right, guys. So
You ready?
as ready as I can be. Mandatory minicamp has finally wrapped up. The rookies are signed. Hafley has been giving amazing interviews, and he's been, keeping it as transparent as he possibly can. Tone, what are your takeaways from this mandatory minicamp session that we had?
Well, so coming into this mandatory mini camp, right, there was all kind of talks and reports coming out about the struggles of Malik Willis, right? And then now, when this mandatory mini camp came, week 2, the narrative switched to he was now all of a sudden doing good. He was, he have good practices, doing a lot better than he was initially. One thing I would say, it has always been out that Quinn Ewers was looking good all throughout minicamp, OTAs and minicamp. From what they were saying, he didn't have a bad practice, right? He was looking good, whether it was amazing or great. You never had anything come out to where you say, well, Quinn Ewers didn't look too well today. You did have that on multiple occasions with Malik Willis. So now all of a sudden it switched when he started doing well, and all the reports started to come out that he was looking good. He started hitting receivers, a couple of touchdowns here and there, great catches, scrambling drills, flick of the wrist, the power of his arm, velocity, everything. These are all the praises that was coming out of training camp, right? And then, it was a sort of a switch, but we'll get to that on topic number 2, right? Sort of a switch in, what should we be talking about when it comes to the quarterback? However, Chop Robinson, there been some words coming out of Chop Robinson for the most part good, and then they always was a caveat to say, well, let's wait until they put on the pads. We'll see what happened when the pads come on. And I think that's a very good part to stop right there and let's focus on that, because Jeff Hafley said the same thing. He would say the same thing. He say, I want to see what happened when the pads come on. These right here are solely for them getting the installs and understanding mentally what we expect from them and how we want, whatever the defensive plays ran, offensive plays ran, what we're looking forward to. The execution part of it, right, is not as important right now as what they're more looking for. Do you know what you're doing? Do you understand what's supposed to be done here? Do you get your assignment? That is the main focus right now of what's going on, right? So whoever's doing good, that's good. Whoever's not doing too well, we're not going to say it's good or it doesn't matter, but at the end of the day they're not going to put too much emphasis on it because things may change. Now, let me not say may change. Things are going to change when the pads come on, right? So with all that being said, you still want to see what level are they executing at. because it should be easier when on 7-on-7 for the offense, which is why I was like, you know what? Even though I'm not worried and I expect Malik Willis to not be on the same page with his players and his teammates and his wide receivers at the beginning, I did not expect him to struggle to the level that he was, not to that extent, because it's 7-on-7. It's like pitching catch. So I didn't mind people that was criticizing him and saying things. I was just saying I'm not worried about it because I expected it, right? So now that he turned it around, what was the key reason why he turned it around? They went over the install for the second time around, right? It's the second time around, and now everyone was doing better than they were in the first week, which was expected. You expect that to happen, And shout out to Quinn Ewers showing a little feet, little legs here and there. I would like to say one of the biggest takes that I'm going to take from this, mini camp, right? We was hearing a lot about these tight ends and the people in the tight end room, right? And we wasn't hearing enough about these wide receivers. It's still concerned with the wide receivers and Malik Willis weapons. Greg Dulcich was looking good in practice. Traore, once Lou, my brother, called him out, caught a touchdown, things of that nature. They was giving praise to Caden Proctor and Patrick Paul for, even though they not having pass on, moving people and creating lanes for the running backs to run through. One thing that they pointed out, which I thought was, I don't know, and let me ask you this real quick before. They said that on one run play that was yesterday, right? Caden Proctor basically moved Kenneth Grant out of the way like he was furniture. So with that being said, to you, I just want your opinion on it. Do you think that's a good thing for Caden Proctor, or should we be worried that Kenneth Grant is not at the level that we expect him to be? There's just two first round. The last two first round picks. One with 12 overall. Hold on. No, one with 12 overall and the other one with 13 overall, right? So are you more concerned that Kenneth Grant got moved so easily by Caden Proctor, or is that more of a positive that, okay, Caden Proctor may, have some good in him, or he might be good in the NFL?
I'm glad you asked me that, and I have one response to that, and that's roll.
What was shot at?
Listen. I've been waiting for one Bama player to show up for the Miami Dolphins. I can stop hearing about this Bama player slander. You feel me? Waddle, he was okay, but he just dealt with too many soft tissue injuries. But I'm really excited about this. Because he's coming in with the right mentality and the right attitude. I would feel a little bit more worried if we didn't have Zeke, behind him. But when you're a first round pick, Kenneth Grant, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And it's competition. And granted, the pads have not come on yet. But if there was anything to do first day of pads, just go at it. Be like, all right, hand in the ground, and let's just go at it. You should be stewing for the next couple of weeks until you should be waiting for pads to come on so you can put your hands on somebody, anybody. But shout out to Caden Proctor. I had some feelings about when he was drafted, but the more I hear about him, the more I'm ready to go and get that Caden Proctor jersey. I can't tell you, enough how excited I am about this left side of the offensive line. So I'm more excited about Caden Proctor. Obviously, he's an alum. So
you getting a what?
But the battle's not over. The war's not over. That was one battle.
Okay.
Plenty more battles to go. You're not going to win every rep. But what it cannot be seen is you just getting pushed around. But thank God there is a contingency plan known as Zeke Figures waiting in the wind. Not even in the wind because he's there and he's showing up. If you hey, it's open competition. If you don't want to take the spot, hey, may the odds ever be in your favor. That's what I got on that.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Did I hear you correctly? You said you getting closer to getting that Caden Proctor jersey?
Hey, yeah, listen. Hey, every day, it's in the cart. It's in the cart. It's waiting.
All right. Well, if it's Sunday.
No, sir.
I'm glad you said that. I'm so glad because shout out to my brother. He's not here yet, but right, he said something that I thought was very, very important that we need to realize and remember. And let's remind these people, right?
Yeah.
He said this in a space. I think it was earlier today,
Mm-hmm.
today or yesterday. I'm sorry if I'm getting the days wrong. He said, "Now when we first dropped the Caden Proctor, no one liked the pick, not a single soul." Now all of a sudden, everyone is starting to like the guy because you're hearing good things. And wait a minute. Don't talk about getting a jersey now.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
We was all up here when we all hated the pick. We all was up here.
I was up here. Did I not say that in my thing? I didn't like it at first. Did I say I got the jersey? Yeah. I said what? I said we gotta see it in pass.
It's towards getting the jersey now. The more you hear about it.
When I say I'm close could be, somewhere circa my birthday. Like that means I done seen some games. I done seen how you really playing on the field, real game film and stuff like that. Like I didn't say I was gonna get it tomorrow. I didn't say I was gonna get it before training camp. Like at least I just said I'm getting closer. Like, geez, you really coming at me because I want to get a Bama player jersey? Like that's really wild. That's really wild. I'm really disappointed in you.
Do you have a Minka jersey?
Excuse me?
Do you have a Minka jersey?
I had one the first stint.
I know you got a tour. I'm not even going to ask you if you got a tour jersey. I know you got one.
I didn't have a tour jersey, but go ahead.
You never got a tour jersey?
No.
Wait a minute. You never had a tour jersey?
Go check my resume. I was excommunicated from the 2-9 like about 5 times. What would you think I have a jersey? I'm the most excommunicated member of 2-9 ever.
You were talking all this madness about Tua when we were here. You didn't even support the man with getting his jersey?
Why would I get his jersey?
You know what? I don't need supporters like you. I don't need a supporter like you. You didn't even get the man jersey.
Why would I get his jersey?
All right, you know what?
Why would I get his jersey?
I'm just saying.
See, that's the thing, right?
I'm just trying to figure this out, Vicinity. Help me out. Help me help you, please.
Help me. Okay,
how you was part of 2-9, the Church of 2-9, I'm sorry. The Church of 2-9, right? Mm-hmm. And you didn't even have his jersey.
Why do I need his jersey to support him?
Do you have a card from him?
A who?
Something? A card.
A card?
Yeah, nothing. You got nothing?
You mean like a rookie, like a playing card?
Like a rookie card, yeah. Do you got a rookie card?
No.
Wow. Okay.
Listen,
and you,
I
figure now I know why they got you out of
me as this grand old Tua fan. I'm the most excommunicated member.
Church of 2-9.
Church of 2-9. So what?
What we supposed to get from that? You were the Church of 2-9.
Yeah, I was preaching the good news of Tua. What are you talking about? Doesn't mean I'm gonna go out.
Bruh, I'm sorry. Boy, that was, you know what? No.
The good news of Tua.
So you've been putting on the whole time?
The man got a deal. Boom. Huh?
So you've been putting on this whole time.
What do you mean putting on?
You wasn't really committed to Tua. You just were just out here talking to just be talking.
Define committed.
You didn't believe him?
You
didn't believe in Tua?
I came on this platform and I said, if anyone wants to address me or let me have it because of my Tua love, I'm here for it. What are you talking about? I publicly came on this platform and admonished this man. I don't understand what are you talking about. If you look at my resume, you have seen that I've been excommunicated.
What about in 2020?
Y'all think that
what about
every
in 2020?
That's a Tua fan is just blind and doesn't want to really.
What about
in
2020? What about in 2020?
Huh?
What about in 2020?
What about it?
Were you a big fan of him then?
You mean like when he got drafted, like 2019, 2020?
Yeah, 2020 when he got drafted, yeah.
Well,
what about 2021?
I think that was my first excommunication.
The year he was doing amazing. The year he beat year he beat Josh Allen is that's the year you turned on him.
I saw some things, but yeah, it was
at the end of it was the concussion. Wait, so in that Cincinnati game, you were before that. So before that Cincinnati game, was it the Cincinnati game or was it after? When did the turn? I'm trying to figure out when was the turn that you were like,
Late,
nah.
late
Oh,
in the season.
so that's just a year and 3/4, and you didn't get a jersey.
Why would I get a jersey? First of all, well,
how many years he played for Alabama? How many years he played for Alabama?
Hold up, wait. Go check the resume because I was the first
I'm
one that was
asking
saying
you a
I
question.
wasn't buying no Dolphin jerseys, while all these other people are trying to make it seem like it's something that they've been. I'm the first one who said it live on any YouTube channel. I said I'm not buying any Dolphin jersey until one of them, when it's a playoff game, when it's something. So let's not act like I was just standing on my square.
So I'm just trying to figure it out, right? Because you know I got a good memory, right?
Huh?
You know my memory is really, really good, right?
Go ahead.
But finish what you were saying because I have a really a good question for you.
I don't have a Waddle jersey. I don't have an H-hand jersey. I had these are the last jerseys I bought, and I bought them all together. It was Devontae Parker because my mom wanted it, so I bought it for her because she liked Devontae Parker at the time. I had got a Brent Grimes. I had got a Bobby McCain, and oh yeah, I got my dad a Ring of Honor. I think it was Zonka's. I got my dad. I think I finally got my dad the Zonka that year. But he has like every Dolphin that's a Hall of Famer and in the Ring of Honor jersey. I got them all those. Like I'll buy them stuff if they want it. You know, I'll buy my dad's stuff because but But like for me personally, oh no. This right here, this was given to me by my coworkers. So shout out to them. So that's
wow.
Yeah. I bought DWA gear, like Dolphin food, stuff like that. But I used to have hats and stuff, but that's another story and all that type of stuff. But yeah, don't get mad that I've been standing on what I said I was going to do. I just said I'm closer to getting K the Doctor.
I'm shocked. I'm not gonna lie.
Y'all want it. Y'all want to box me in with other people.
I'm literally shocked right now. Just let me know when I can ask you a question. I do have a legit question that I want to ask.
Go ahead. Go ask your question. It's Friday night, I guess.
So you bought a Brent Grimes jersey, right? Because I'm just
absolutely
Brent Grimes, first or second year he was here. When you bought the jersey?
I didn't even tell you exact year, but it was after
he only was here for 2 years.
It was definitely after the Megatron interception. Like, yeah. So
the first year.
Yeah, I was a fan of me.
So you was convincing Brent Grimes in the first year, but you weren't convincing Tua in the first year.
So first of all, what you're doing is you're establishing two different mindsets and two different fandoms. Okay.
I'm just asking the question.
Two different mindsets around it. Brent Grimes, I like Brent Grimes.
But you didn't like Tua. You didn't like Tua though.
As Tua came on the team after I said I would no longer be buying jerseys. I'll be fair. Had I not said that, I might have had one. I might have had one.
So
I can only be honest. I can't lie.
So you did say you wasn't
NFL.com and pull it up and show you the receipts.
But you did say you wasn't a Tua fan like that. We just assumed.
Fine. Right? I didn't. First of all, no. I said the way y'all think
painted it out.
The way y'all expect Tua fans to be. I'm not like that. But I am a Tua fan.
So when he got paid and you was, on Miss Finn.
I was happy.
When you was on Miss Finn, I'm talking about cussing and not cussing, but I'm talking about you was yelling at the top of your lungs. You was out of breath by the time you finished. You was calling everyone out, calling him your quarterback, and this and that. Absolutely. You wasn't a fan then? That was just a show?
No, I was a fan.
You know that was in 2020.
It became so hard for him to get his money.
That was in 2023 though.
Huh?
That was in 2023.
What part of I was excommunicated more times? That means in order to be excommunicated, you have to be recommunicated. You got to be. Have you watched John Wick?
So you was going back and forth with your fandom. That's I'm trying to. No, you just told me it was after 2021. That's why I asked you first.
I'm not going back and forth with my fandom. I was always a fan, but in order to be in Tuanon, you have to say nothing but praises and good things, and I wasn't always doing that. That's weird, but I always rooted for Tua. I always wanted him to get it right. He's the quarterback of my team. Like I I can stand on that.
I mean, you told me you turned on in 2021.
I didn't say I turned. You said
I asked you specifically, when did you switch? When did you turn up into it?
Switch how I was talking about.
When did you turn and you stopped being a fan? You said 2021.
I stopped being a fan. I was never like.
You said I stopped.
I was never not a fan. I was never not a fan.
But in 20, when he got that contract, you fooled me. I can't
lie. It's documented. I had high hopes for the man. I had high hopes. I can't. I'm not going to sit here and like lie. I can't.
All right.
You trying to make this about something that's deeper than what it's not.
No, I was just making sure.
Out as our quarterback.
I just wanted to know.
The next one, I want them to work out at the quarterback position.
I was just trying to figure out.
No, but I want them to. It is. I was just
trying to figure out if you say you offer someone, if that was just a show, because that show you put on in 2023. I swear you was talking like,
show me the money.
The best to a friend. That's my quarterback. I've been telling all y'all.
And it was it not a quarterback?
I remember the rant.
All
y'all have been doubting him. You made it seem like you never doubted him.
That's my quarterback.
In that rant, you made it seem like you never doubted him, because you was calling everybody out that doubted him.
What do you mean?
On the show, you was calling everyone out.
Who doubted he was going to get paid.
And you say he didn't deserve his money. Get my quarterback. I told y'all, let's go tour. She for to show everybody. And I'm like,
he did deserve his money based on how the NFL, works and stuff and how they do things. Yeah, he deserved his money. Yeah, I stand on that. I stand on it. You could go get the clip. You could play it anytime, because I stand on.
I was just making sure you remember. The way you said you was offering him in 2021.
I remember.
I was like, it didn't seem like it was in 2023. All right, you know what? So I understand. Even if you are a fan of them, you're really not a fan of them.
No, wait. No, first of all, you're trying to misconstrue something. You think that being a fan means that you cannot criticize a player.
No, I ain't. No.
So that's all I did.
I expect you to criticize.
I was open to criticizing Tua. Hence why I got excommunicated. It's not that I ever stopped being a fan. But when it was time to criticize how he played, yeah, you have to do it. He didn't live up to his contract.
You know what? I like that.
You have to stand on that. I'm not afraid to let people, and that's why I said, like, if you could dish it, you could take it. That's why I said I came on here, and if anybody had anything that they want to say, troll,
I remember that day for sure.
Space. If you had anything that you wanted to say, I'm one of those people. I'm gonna stand on it. That's the way I came at you. Come at me. As long as you keep about football, we cool. Because I kept it about football. You feel me?
At that point, it was just like, just get everything out. I'm here to take my lumps. I'm standing on business. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. You know what? I appreciate that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's why I rock with you for saying. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You was in spaces and over here. I just was look, you know what? I'm gonna say that for backstage, you know.
What are you talking about?
I'm just messing with you.
That's the thing. Like,
but I did like you was really, you did stand on business. I gotta give you
a diehard fan of any player. I'm not afraid to criticize him. I was the first of all. Go back.
That's how.
I'm the first one who said I don't want another Dan Marino. It's documented on TD Fence Talk. I said he never wanted. Oh,
you criticized Dan Marino?
I criticized Dan Marino.
All right, forget all that stuff I said about Tua. You criticize. Oh, what crypto at? Crypto, you in here? That real Dolphin fan criticized. Real Dolphin fan criticized Dan Marino. That's all I want to say.
I criticized the notion that we wanted another one. I didn't necessarily criticize his play. I said we should want better because he didn't get us a Super Bowl. Right, so it was from that mental aspect of.
I'll allow it.
I want a Super Bowl from my quarterback. I don't just want someone who's going to go out there, give us a lot of stats, a lot of records, but there's nothing that comes from it. That's all. Right. It was never about, because Dan Marino put on for the city. I never got to experience it live, so I think I came from it from a different vantage point, and that's okay. Mm-hmm. But I'm not here to argue with people because, like I said,
Crypto at? Crypto, you here? You hear? I just hope you listening. Don't worry about. Hey, listen, sunny days. See, Memphis Sandy, we like this, so I'm not gonna go too deep in it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna let her stand on business right now. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate Memphis Sandy. That's my dog, man. I'm telling y'all.
I got video. I can't not stand my ground. I know where the video at. I can tell you the show. But like I said, no matter what, even when people wanted to criticize Bam, I showed up. I didn't hide.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't duck. But understand, I wasn't just about to sit there and take. No, I'm gonna give it back to you. You feel me? So I just think it's all fair and fun when it's trolling about sports. But like, as long as you don't, troll
That's
me.
what's
If I
up.
say something and the take was completely wrong, you have every right to call me out. I'm not sensitive. I'm not gonna get upset. I'm not gonna call you out your name. I'm gonna sit there and
Who
I'm gonna
do
be
that?
like, "You
Who
right."
who gets sensitive and call people out their name? You got a name for us? I'm just
So,
asking. Do
going back to the mandatory minicamp, right?
All right, let me get back to the mini cap.
Okay, so
I like the
this
way
is
you
this is
pivoted.
this is what I have for you next, right? Obviously, Zach Sealer, Devon Achan, and Austin Jackson, right? They didn't really get a chance. Oh, and even oh my gosh, Chris Bell, right? They didn't get a chance to necessarily fully practice with the team. They were doing their individual drills. Do you think that they will all be ready to go, well, outside of Chris Bell? Do you think that HN, Sealer, and Austin Jackson will be ready to go by training camp?
Do I think? I'm not sure. The only reason I can say I'm not in a position to give a honest. I'm not gonna say honest, a good enough answer because I was never out there. I don't understand what the injury was or to the extent of the injuries because we don't have that information. Like if it was training camp and I was there for the injury and I was like, oh no, that don't look too good. But with the information that I have right now,
Mm-hmm.
I can't really say that. Do I expect them to be out there? Hopefully so, and I would say yes. I would lean more towards yes when it comes to Sealer, and Devon Achan. Austin Jackson, I'm not 100% sure, right? When it comes to Austin Jackson, I'll be like, once we get to training camp, that's going to tell me a lot more, to how serious or how far along he is in his healing process, you know, because that was a surgery that he had coming off the end of last season, and we don't know how far along he is in his healing process. So for him, I'm more skeptical. Chris Bell, no. I think he could be ready, but I don't think they're going to allow him to be ready, you know, even if he's doing well or not. I don't think they're going to rush him out there. Not that one. That one half. Sully. Sully was the one to say they're gonna take it. They're gonna take their time with him because they want to make sure they have him for the long haul and not just think about this season, but his whole career going forward. So I think they're gonna be extra cautious with him. I expect them to do that, and I want them to do that. I think that's a good approach to take when it comes to injuries. So I'll say I'm 50-50, which means I think half of them, which is two of them, Achan and Cedar, I expect to be there, but Chris Bell and Austin Jackson, I wouldn't be surprised if they weren't there. I'm not saying I want that aren't participating. I wouldn't be surprised, but I do expect Jack Sealer and Achan to be full participants. Remember, they're going to take a month and a half off,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, Chris Bell, no, I don't think so. But Austin Jackson is the one I'm like, now, if you all this time and you still not ready to fully participate, then that toe injury might be still lingering around. It might be something that's gonna linger around for the rest of your career. You understand me? Even though we know toe injuries can tend to be difficult, and very unpredictable. We don't know. Some people get over it quick. Some people it linger around for years to come. So let's just hope for our sake that it doesn't happen with Austin Jackson. But given the history with Austin Jackson, we should be lean more to caution and say, yeah, I think he's probably more likely not going to be ready than he will be ready based on his history, and just to be safe. But yeah, what about you?
I think Micah Parsons said something about how the Green Bay Packers approach players coming back from particular injuries. And I was thinking in my mind, this what made me think about this question was, are they going to bring that same philosophy over here where they're not trying to rush players back? And I think you mentioned that where they said they're not going to. So as for me, my optimism says we will maybe not at the start. I don't know, because week 1 we're going up to Washington and we're going to do a joint practice with the Commanders, right? I don't know if that's the first. I don't know if they want to get them too involved with that. You know, sometimes I would expect for it to be physical practices, especially with the mentality and the mindset that Hafley wants these guys to practice with and play with. I think we might see them week 2 just because of that. Just to protect them and stuff like that. That's just my philosophy. I don't know how you feel about that. Did you want to respond to anything I said?
Well, I will only say this. Mm-hmm. This is their first year, and they're saying about the competition and everyone have to earn a spot. So no, I think they're going to take full advantage of everyone.
Does HN have to earn a spot? Respectfully.
Well, he does have to get used to the so take it from this point. You can't have HN sitting out with the offensive line getting all their reps because you block differently for everyone. Remember, I said this at the beginning of training camp when we were trying to figure out whether HN was going to be here or not and get his contract. Right. HN, it's not more about his spot as it is him getting used to them blocking with him, especially with Caden Proctor and whoever is going to be the right tackle and the right guard. Because guess what? Jonah, his first time on the right side. You get me? And then Austin Jackson coming back. So, yes, that offensive line have to get together and understand how to block for HN. It's multiple different blocking styles, and we have to understand. Even the who that was, Aaron Brewer. Aaron Brewer came out and said he was like, "Yeah, I like blocking for HN because that triggers me to hold on to my block a little longer because I know all he needed is a split second, and then he could take it to the house. Motivate him to do that, right? So yes, you need HN in there so they all could get familiar and get used to and everyone's timing and how they like to run and how they hit the lanes and things of that nature. So you know how they build that chemistry and the camaraderie. You need that. So yeah, I think they should take full advantage of the preseasons with everyone, not just the ones that's solidified in their spot. And mentally, he has to keep the same energy, even though we don't expect HN to have to solidify the spot. You still have to make him go out there and prove it. You right? Because the mentality, what he said, no, I want everyone out there playing like they need to fight for their spot. So you don't want the lazy mentality. How are we going to have the way you practice is the way you're going to play? The same thing. The way you treat these players are the way they're going to expect you to treat them going forward. How are you going to say, oh, I want everyone to give 100%, and then you out there giving people favors? Then we have that problem with Mike McDaniel. This is the first year.
Giving someone favors versus somebody not potentially. Well, I get how I framed it, right? I framed it as if maybe he was ready and could go out there against Washington, but they're not going to. And that's not how I was listening, like trying to like fully frame it, right?
Oh, okay.
So I get what you're saying because I'm like, that's why I looked up at you, like, but I understand how I didn't make a clarification on that because sometimes
if he's not ready,
go before the coaches and the training staff think that they're ready. Like HN could be advocating for himself, like, oh, I want to be out there, like let me go out there, and but there's so many variables to that,
right? But no, if HN is not very, I'll put it like this to make it simple: if HN is not very ready by the first preseason game, then they shouldn't have gave him that contract.
Okay.
No. So yes, he's going to be ready. That it's kind of the same feeling I had with last year. What the hamstring, what it was, or the quad. It was the hamstring or the quad. Whichever injury, I was like, no, I don't mind them, letting him get fully healthy because if this was game time, he'll be ready to go. You understand? So that's a difference. And this, I assume the same thing with the shoulder injury. I don't mind them giving him that contract because come training camp, he should be fully ready to go. Right?
Okay. All right. Before we get into the topic that I want to get into, after the weeks, the days, which position group do you have the most questions about? I'm not going to say most concerned or most worried about, but have the most questions about going into training camp.
All right, I'm going to answer. You taking some of my topic for the offseason for the month. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sorry. Like,
okay, but listen.
Get into it.
No. I'll answer like this.
apologize. I
wide
apologize.
receiver room.
Okay.
Yes, I have the most questions about the wide receiver room. I'll keep it nice and simple, so we don't. I don't have to,
So yeah,
elaborate that out.
we'll get more into it
I
during
wouldn't
the
divulge
off
it to
season.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Let's get to it. All right. So allegedly, a QB2 has been a little bit more consistent about a potential, more than a potential QB1. Make sure you guys vote in the poll. Oh, it's a lot closer than what I expected to be so far. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you subscribe. Tony, when it comes to Quinn and when it comes to Malik, what are your thoughts currently about the QB competition that's going on in South Florida?
Well, it's not a competition.
Oh,
Let me
thank you.
preface it by saying that it's not a competition.
Appreciate
Nor
that.
should it be. Nor should it be. Like, I was watching the Dolphin Collective today, right? And shout out to TD, right? Him and Omar Kelly was saying that, based on the way that they're playing, right, or they're practicing now, that they feel like they should be tweaking the depth charts. Shout out to Adam. Adam Poupart looked at them like, what? What are we talking? In mini camp and OTAs? So this is my problem, and I wish Lou was up here too, because they was kind of like on the same line, right?
Mm-hmm.
We cannot come out and on one hand and say it doesn't matter because they aren't in pads, right? And
Mm-hmm.
wait for training camp, and then on the other hand, come out and say, "Oh my God, there should be a quarterback competition because we see how they've been performing in OTAs and minicamp." But I thought it didn't matter because the pass didn't happen, right? And Adam Poupart said something that I think everyone should take heed to, because I say this all the time when it comes to when people say, "Oh, they could teach them to do this and learn to do this." When I said the jug machine, when I said the throwing the passes and the wide receivers running routes, it's not the same as you just throwing to an empty spot, because you gotta take account speed, height. You understand that, and timing. That's different from you just like, you practicing by yourself and the player just standing right there, not moving. And you throw that ball on the dime where they at. They're not moving. You understand me? It's easier that way, but that's not. You're not actually simulating game reps, right? It's the same thing here. He literally said there was a question. Shout out. Matter of fact, it was Rashard. I seen Rashard. Rashard asked the question. All three of them, Tua, Malik Willis, Quinn Ewers, if they was in practice right now, who would be the starter? Now, y'all remember all this stuff that was coming out? There should have been a quarterback competition. Quinn Ewers was the best, has been the best quarterback in minicamp. Remember that was saying that? And my brother was pushing that narrative all throughout there. When they asked that question, it's crazy that both of them said Malik Willis. Hands down without question. It's funny that they said that. With all of this stuff that they was pushing out about Quinn Ewers looking good, and I was saying, I'm like, well, you expect that. But it's levels to this. So what did I say? When Malik Willis good, you could see the clear difference in quarterbacks. I was telling y'all why I wasn't concerned anyways with the struggles, because I expected that. But once that good show, you're going to see levels and a difference. And they asked that question. Now, before they asked that question, when, I think it was a trick question, they was asking, I think it was on the Joe Rogan show, he was like, hey, with all being said, Quinn Ewers doing good and Malik Willis with the struggles, who would you say will be the starter? Same thing, Malik Willis. It would be Malik Willis. Why? Because what I seen. And then when you get into, remember they was talking all that trash about the foot. Oh, his mechanics and this and that. His mechanics is off and it wasn't the greatest foot mechanics. But what they left out was the football still got to where it needed to be. Go ahead. I see you was raising your hand. Go ahead.
Now finish your point. Finish your point.
So that's the part that I was saying. And the biggest thing that I want people to pay attention to, why I'm not concerned, and I'm really going to pay more attention when the pass come off, is, and not even with the quarterbacks, not so much, but it's still going to be a different level. Y'all know why Tua was always amazing in training camp? Always amazing. Because that environment is for people like him to thrive in. Why? You ain't got to worry about getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
The pressure is not on. You know, no matter how late you are, or you can still hold on to the ball and still deliver it with accuracy because you don't have the threat of getting hit.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, that's a big difference that changed a whole lot when them bullets start flying. That's why when I go to training camp, I say, no, that would have been a potential sack. Or he would have had to escape there. Don't put too much in that great throw that he made because it wouldn't be like that if that was live bullets. You know who I heard say that? Remember when I told y'all what Jeff Hafley told Quinn Ewers with all them no-look passes? What did he say? If that was a rush, you wouldn't be able to get that throw off. And if you do that in training camp, I'm going to make sure you get a hit from the other side. Why y'all think he said that? Because the way you practice is the way you're going to perform. So don't practice things that you're not going to be able to do in real-time games.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a good mindset to have, a good teaching moment. Do not pick up bad habit. That is a bad habit. It becomes second nature to you. And now, watch that throw. You know, I was going to show this, play the throw just to show off. Right?
We're not showing it today.
You want me to show? I'll go on Twitter and find it. You want me to show it?
I would love to see it. It was,
you didn't see
a controversial play.
It wasn't you know what? Let me go on Twitter. Hold on. Let me find my Twitter and I'll find a Dolphins page and I'll play it for us. Right. But while I'm looking it up, I just want y'all to keep that in mind. These things are what I expected when it comes to, you know, Malik Willis and when he's on.
Yeah.
These are the things that I expected to come out. I'm like, okay, cool. We saw, but that's why when they were talking all that, I said, well, we saw both of them. Yeah. And it's funny to me, too. A lot of people are starting to say, oh, we could critique him and judge him based off the Green Bay tape, but we want to forget about the Tennessee tape. You hear that a lot, right, Finsanity?
Yeah, I hear it. And it's...
Now, let me ask you a question. How many people judge Josh Allen for the year one when he was horrible?
No one.
No one.
I mean, they will
Why?
praise the hurdles because the man was hurdling everything. That's what I remember from year one from Josh Allen, hurdling.
Right? Everything. He threw all kind of interceptions. He was terrible. He was terrible. But nobody bring that up because why? We saw the maturation. We see the development. So it don't matter how bad he looked in year one. Yeah. Because he improved and got better. These are the things that I want y'all to pay attention to when we're talking about these type of things. Hold on, y'all. I found the clip real quick. Let me get this out of the way. But yeah, so keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. Patrick Mahomes, not Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry. Tom Brady. We don't judge Tom Brady how he played. That defense carried him the first 2-3 years when they was winning. No one talk about that. We have to remind people. Remember this. We have to remind people. Y'all forgot.
Oh, you got to remind people.
Adam Vinatieri was winning those Super Bowls. They was winning Super Bowls 14 and 17, people. We have to remind people of those type of things. Do you remember how bad Peyton Manning was his first year? I don't think nobody remember.
I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't there to see it.
Peyton Manning was horrible.
And I've gone back and watched it, but yes,
horrible. And I think it took him 3 years before he got his first playoff. You know, we're not gonna talk about that. Don't talk about that stuff no more.
Let's talk about it.
Drew Brees. Look how long it took Drew Brees to be good in the league. He wasn't. Drew Brees wasn't the Drew Brees at the Chargers when they were the San Diego Chargers at the time. He wasn't that Drew Brees. His last year in San Diego is when he got good. Well, before the injury, right? And then he turned into Drew Brees and when he got with Peyton Manning. I mean, Peyton. What's his name? The head coach, Peyton.
Oh, Sean Payton.
Sean Payton. When he got with Sean Payton in New Orleans, that's when he became Drew Brees. No one talk about that. My boy, Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford won the Matthew Stafford his first 3 seasons. He wasn't. Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question? And it's something maybe that I wanted to talk to you about. I just want to pick your brain about it. Do you think that Malik Willis's approach and how he did things with the wide receivers, right? was different than Quinn Ewers' approach and how he like threw the ball and did things with wide receivers. What I'm saying is, do you think that maybe, just maybe, Malik was actively still trying to figure out some of these wide receivers where he could get a ball to, where they could get to, because like all these things have to be practiced, right? And he was like, not saying testing, but like testing. Like they obviously had to have two different approaches. I think when you're the starting quarterback, right, versus the guy who's trying to get the position or trying to come up, I think maybe you were just trying to be more technical outside of those no looks that got
You have
corrected
more
and stuff
room at the
like that.
start. You would say
Right,
he feel like he had more
right,
room for error.
right. Do you think that maybe there are different approaches in how they're trying to develop chemistry with their wide receivers could be a testament to some of the things that we've saw during these mandatory mini camps?
Not necessarily. I just think what this is what I think. I feel like Quinn Ewers was already a little bit more comfortable because it the change for him is not as drastic as it is for majority of the players coming from the outside in. Even though the verbiage is different, but he still worked with Bobby Slowick, right? He still understood that, and it just seemed like he was just more on and more act. I'm sorry, I think Malik Willis, his strong suit isn't his accuracy. Quinn Ewers is way more accurate than what you would say. I'm not gonna say way more, but when you think of Quinn Ewers, you think of his accuracy, right? That's why they were trying to say, okay, he can take over and run his offense because he's used to this type of offense and his accuracy showed. So that's just his strong suit. Malik Willis more of a strong arm, and he has to get his timing right and work with players together because accuracy is just not second nature for him. He has to build that camaraderie, right? So he'll be off a little more than, let's just say, a quarterback that his game is strictly based around accuracy. Malik Willis is based around his athletic ability, so that's why you're going to see him struggle a little bit. But the upside is way higher than what you would see from Quinn Ewers because of the athletic ability and because the velocity and the arm strength. So these are the things that I take in consideration when I say, okay, I expect him to struggle because I understand the type of player he is. I would never go in there and say, I'm not gonna be concerned at all with Malik Willis accuracy because I am gonna be. I'm like, he has to be develop that, get back on the same page with these players. I am what I'm saying. I would say, okay, I'm gonna trust the fact that they saw the ability to develop into the guy that can have success in the league because of what they saw from him in practice. So all you have to do is give him some time, develop him the right way, and he's going to get to where you want him to be, which it seems as if they're doing that now. You know what I would say for Cindy? Maybe Jeff Hafley understood that, which is why he say, I'm not going to overload them, right? And he what they did. Okay, we're not going to go to second installs right now in minicamp. We're going to continue the first installs, and we see that helped out Malik Willis tremendously. It seemed like night and day in the practices. So yeah, I just think it's because of his profile and the type of quarterback that he is. Why he was struggling and Quinn Ewers wasn't, because not more of they took a different approach. If that
Okay.
answers your question.
Oh yeah, perfectly. I got all the notes. You got the clip?
Oh yeah. Let me let
Okay.
me let me hold on. Let me share. First, I gotta share my screen. Share screen. Oh wait, hold on. Let's get to here. There we go. Let's get over
Shout
here
out to the
first.
film room.
And then now let's share my screen. Where to play at? Wait, let me find. Hold on, my bad, y'all. I gotta
All
find the
right,
play.
take your
I
time.
got it. I got it here. Bingo. Boom. Share. Let me rewind it. Oh, I'm not sure. It ain't on stage yet, huh? I'm tripping.
No.
All right, here we go.
There we go.
All right, now This is that throw. I'm gonna let it play one more time. So, according to certain people, this wasn't a good throw, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let me see it. I don't like that version of it. Hold on. Let me see if I
Right.
find a better version of it. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. My bad. Let me see if I find a better version. I had a better version of it. Sorry, y'all. But while I'm doing that, Vicente, maybe you could tell us how you feel, or do you think that they took a different approach?
Um, personally, if I had to look at it, I think when you have two different quarterbacks, naturally, yeah. Um, but I like the way you broke down their strengths and their weaknesses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to play into your strengths, right? And then work on your weaknesses so that they're not something that can be then exploited, right? Um, I will say this. To me, especially when you say, okay, Halfley went back and redid the install to make Malik more comfortable. I understand that. That's smart coaching. That's smart coaching. My question is then, um, is it, and I don't, because like I don't like to say things negative before we get to training camp. Um,
Mm.
is it a lack of grasp? Because you said, in the beginning, because I take notes, to not be too worried on what was it, execution, but knowing what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
So when we go back and we say we have to redo an install, is it are we saying it's because we believe that Malik didn't understand what he was doing, which I don't believe. I don't want to go that far and that far down the yellow brick road with it. Or was it more based on the execution that Halfley was not seeing during practices? Because to some people's reports, it wasn't looking as pretty, but over time it looked better. So do you think, my question then for you would be, because yeah, obviously two different quarterbacks, I do believe that Quinn and Malik have two different approaches. Let me just put that out there. Two different mindsets, two different approaches to how they're trying to get this offense underneath their belt individually, right? They talk about it, slow it goes over with them, QB meetings and all that type of stuff, right? But at the end of the day, they're two different quarterbacks, right? So boom, let's get that part at the way. That's my answer. Do you think that this could potentially become an issue? Because
Mm.
did we ever get into the last install?
Well, see, no, they didn't get into the second installed
Yeah.
on the
Right.
field.
Right.
They didn't, but remember they have OTAs next week,
Right.
right? So it's the same thing, and you have all of training camp to get through the second installs and things of that nature. You get what I'm saying? But I can't find it, so I'm gonna leave it like that. Sorry y'all for the ones that wanted to see it. Um, but no. So what I would say is there's no reason or no need to move to the second installs if they don't even have the first install down pat, right? And this is why training camp, OTA, this is what it's there for.
Mm-hmm.
Now if we get into training camps and now we start doing joint practices and they're not ready for it, then you'll be like, okay, come on now. But as you can see, that was from 1 week to the next. You saw the difference, the clear difference. So when they go into training camp, they could already. I think OTAs, what they're going to do is get into that. The second install again. So then when you get in training camp, they're going to be already ready for second installs. They're going to be live. Remember, the first couple practices in training camp, they're not going to be on full pads either. Don't forget about
Right.
that.
Yeah.
So they still going to be basically in the same page on the same level to where they still going through all the installs. And these are what first. So no, I wouldn't be concerned with it. Like I said, it would be if you now we getting to the closest to preseason games and y'all not in there, then it would be a problem. But no, I just feel like he's taking the right approach. This is the approach that he said he was going to take. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, to me, great coaching. There's no need to.
The details matter to him, and he doesn't want to move on to other things when his team is not ready for it. So, okay,
I would say
ready?
this. I would like to say this, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to point out the fact that when they was criticizing, remember when they was criticizing him and talking about his foot mechanics and everything, it had people out here panicking.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy how now this week they give him praises for being able to make these throws without the mechanics. It's crazy. Now they talk about the foot. I heard, you know what? He could be on his tippy toes. He could be in the air. He could be on one leg, and he still can get the football there. And I'm like, well, God, dog, where was that energy from last week when y'all was saying, oh, his mechanics is off? Because he's making those throws now. You know, off platform. We praise everybody for off platform throws. Well, we know Malik can make those throws. You know, the flick. That's why I wanted to find that clip, because I'll tell you this: that type of throw, what he did there, is one of the main throws that I see if a quarterback can make for me to say, okay, I'm going to give him a shot. If you can't make that throw, I'm looking at you sideways from the get go. I'm already looking for it. This is why I'm like, listen, I have my reservations for on Tua, because he's not making that type of throw. And to take your team to a next level or be able to get on that upper echelon type of quarterback level, you have to be able to make those type of throws. But because we see the greats make them all the time. It's a reason why Drew Brees only won the Super Bowl one time. Because for the most part, you're not going to be able to just sit in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Everything is not going to be perfect. They had the perfect storm, and he took advantage of it. All kudos to him. But seeing that, I'm like, okay, cool. Last year, when Lewis was telling me about Jackson Dart, they was going through all that backstage. Ask him what I say, man, there's one particular throw that I ain't see yet that I'm not even gonna give you a judgment or answer on what I think about this guy yet. And immediately, I think it was like, you know what I'm saying, the third or fourth play, I was like, okay, talk to me about him now. Now talk to me. He's running from your opposite side of your strong hand, right? Being able to turn your body and make a accurate throw downfield. If you cannot do that, I'm not cool with that. You know what I'm saying? Because most people, when they run it down there, which is why you see a lot of the quarterbacks, that pocket quarterback, what they have to do, they have to stop and reset their feet first and then throw it. Quarterbacks like that don't have to. You saw he threw that ball and kept skipping. These are the type of things that I look forward to in a quarterback, which is why when they showed me all of the clips of Garrett Nussmeier, I didn't see none of those throws in those clips. And what I told them, like, I don't know, I'm not convinced yet. I'm just not convinced. They would, you know what I'm saying? And I haven't seen them. Now, I'm not saying he can't make those throws, but I haven't seen one yet. So I'm always have my reservation for them, because those one of the ones that I look for me to get my stamp. Like, okay, if he developed, I believe he could be something. You would never get my stamp. So guys like Peyton Manning would have never got my stamp. They would have never, because I ain't seen you make those throws. You know, not saying that's the only way that you could do, but until you show me that you can make those throws, Peyton Manning would have to do exactly what he did in the NFL. Show me that, okay, he's more mental. He takes a cerebral approach. Tom Brady, he takes the cerebral approach. Okay, now let me see how good he is. Is he next level? Think about those quarterbacks. The quarterbacks that win, they next level when it comes to that. The Joe Montana, the Peyton Manning, the Tom Brady, the next level. And that's why they win like that. All the rest of the quarterbacks had them strong arms. How many? You know how many Super Bowls John Elway went to? I think John Elway went to like 7 or 8 Super Bowls. People don't realize that. Yeah, because I think he lost 4. Yeah. 4 or 5. I think like I'll have to look it up. I think he lost like, did he go like 5? He lost like 4 of them things before he actually won one. People don't even know that about John Elway. But that strong arm, but now, you know, his arm was strong. No one had a strong arm than John Elway. Not even Dan Marino. So that's why I look at it. He went to 5.
He's 2-3.
2 and 3. Okay, so he went to five. So that means he lost 3 Super Bowls. Went to 5 of them things. How many quarterbacks went to 5 of them?
And he won back to back.
Yeah, back to back. We know the back to back that he won, but people forget that he lost. Okay, so the 3.
Jesus.
Huh?
They were all blowouts. All his losses.
Oh yeah. Oh, the losses. Okay, but so how many quarterbacks have done that? How many Super Bowls have Peyton Manning been to? 3, right?
2 with the Broncos. One with the Colts.
No, 2 with the Colts. So he went to 4.
4. Okay.
Because he lost with the Colts and won one with the Colts.
Okay.
And he lost with the Did he win one at the Broncos?
Yeah, because remember they brought in the defensive lineman the next year after they got blown out.
No, he didn't win one with the Broncos. Someone correct me. They got blown out by Seattle.
Right, and then they came back.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, he do help.
They went and got they got the guy from Dallas or something like that.
Who did they beat? Who did they beat to win in the Broncos? Somebody correct me. Who did they beat? So he had to go to 4 of them.
Broncos. He won Super Bowl 50 and losing 40. Okay, so they beat the Panthers.
Oh, that was the Panthers. Yeah, the Von Miller game. I'm tripping. Cam Newton. Cam Newton. Okay. Yeah, right. All right. And then that was the first one. They won the first one and then lost it, got blowed out the second one.
No.
Or they got blowed out the second one and won the first one and then won the second one?
No, they won the second one, got blown out the first one. Remember that they were doing all those offensive and they ran into the boom.
Okay, so he went to 4 Super Bowls. So he only went to 4.
Okay.
He went to 4. We know Tom Brady went to plenty of them. Drew Brees went to 1. Joe Montana went to 4 of them because he undefeated. Joe Montana went to 4 of them. And after that, how many quarterbacks going to multiple Super Bowls like that? It's not happening. You got Eli Manning, Patrick Mahomes, and that's it. So far, I mean, we know Brett Favre went to 2. I think Brett Favre went to 2. I think he won 1 and lost 1.
How many did Kurt go to?
Kurt Warner?
3? No, how many?
Yeah, two with the Rams and 1 with the Cardinals.
1 with the Cardinals, okay.
2 with the Rams, 1 with the Cardinals. Yeah, that's when they lost to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, broke my heart.
And that's back in the days when the pocket quarterbacks were the guys
getting paid.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you're gonna need that strong arm. You are. Jim Kelly with the 4 back to back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, so Troy Aikman.
Wait a minute. No, that's not. That would be.
Who you were looking for? Yeah, Troy Aikman. How many Troy Aikman went to? Troy Aikman probably went to 3 though. I think Troy Aikman went to 3 because I don't think he lost. I don't think Troy Aikman lost a Super Bowl.
Okay, he only went to 2. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he went. I think he went.
No, I'm looking at somebody else.
Who? Well, but so yes, so that's why when part of my evaluation is you have to be able to make some of those a lot of those throws, to compensate for when the play break down, and the coach might not put you in the best. Have the best play call on, but you have to be able to, escape the pocket and create out of nothing. So yeah, but that's all. You know what I'm saying? So just for y'all to understand, no mini camp. There should not be no quarterback competition. Like, what are we doing? Now, I see if he was doing this in training camp, big difference. Training camp, pass on. They actually, they still probably ain't going to get hit, but they're actually going to be able to touch them and grab and wrap, things like that. And you're going to have refs to let you know, sack. Even if they continue through the drill, you're going to know if it's a sack or not. All these things, they mean something. So no, do not over exaggerate. Do not do that. And plus, y'all understand, when you get our media guys, right? Our media guys and our beat writers, yeah, I know they so wishy washy. I said that. What did I say? I said how many? Well, yeah, I listen to them. How many times they said a bunch of things and then turn around and say something different, like they just did right now. All that stuff they would talk about Malik Willis, but when the question was asked, who would be the starter, even based on practice, he said, "This is what they said." They framed it. It was Dougie Duron. He said, "Take away the contract, both of them on the even playing field, quarterback competition. Who is the starter?" Both of them said Malik Willis. But they got all us out here in the fan base talk about it should be a quarterback competition. They said Quinn Ewing's been the best quarterback in training camp the whole time. And you know what? Shout out to Adam Pupa. You know he said today the thing that I said. I say when Malik Willis is on, there's a clear difference. Mm-hmm. There's a clear. It's not a question. Adam Pupa said the same thing. He was like, "Nah, when these good practice, it's a clear difference. You can see it. You're not questioning who should be the starter." And that's what I assume. And let's not forget the fact that Malik is going against the ones and Quinn Ewers is going against the twos. We're not even mentioning that type of things. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things that we're not adding to this equation before we just jump to our conclusion. We're just leaving a lot of context out. A lot, I thought some people wanted context. They use context when it suits them. I guess that's what happened, right? We're just gonna use the context when it suits them because we don't like Malik. I'm not saying necessarily, you, but the ones that don't like Malik and praying on his downfall, they're going to leave out the context that he's going to get the first teamers and Quinn Ewers are going to get the second teamers. They're gonna leave that part out. It's cool. There's no pass, no training camp. They're gonna leave that part out. But I guess.
Do you think that's been fair when it's come to Malik?
I gotta answer honestly. I can't say yes, and I can't say you was. I don't have a clear time where you were just being unfair. I think, like for instance, when he was struggling, you took a hard stance on why isn't he ready now? I thought it was the mental part, and you took a hard stance on that. And I was like, I expected him not to be ready now. This is what the mini camps and the training camps are for him to make the mistake. Oh, you want audio. So I'm like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? So, but I wouldn't say you didn't jump out the window when like a lot of these people and basically try to say that Quinn Ewers should be in a real quarterback competition for QB1. I would give you that credit. I wouldn't put you in that. But look how close that poll is, Vicente.
It's very close. It's closer than
look how close this poll is.
It's closer than what I'm comfortable with. Okay, quick prediction, because typically starters do not play in multiple preseason games. Do you think that we see Malik Willis in the offense, or just Malik Willis in general?
Yes, we better. We better see Malik Willis in all three. Remember, we gotta treat this. This is the first year together. Yeah. They have to. There's no way Malik Willis don't play all game. Even if he just played one series in the last game, I get it. Now, if he blows the water out in preseason, I'll be like, you know what? I get it. Like, bro, but I'm not expecting that. See, I have a realist, even though I gave y'all that best case scenario, 11-6 prediction with the schedule. No, and I told the training camp is when we're going to get the real score. Record prediction. But I have a realistic expectation of this guy. Mm-hmm. I expect him to be still learning and developing. Remember what you gave me? What game did I tell you that I think the offense should be looking good?
I like game 5.
Week 5. Oh, I'll be a fool to come out here and say, no, I don't think he should play in all the preseason games. That means I've been capping all that, what I was saying. Yes, I don't expect him to be fully developed and fully submerged into this offense during preseason. I think he should be still in there getting game reps and getting that timer down. Yes, all the way through, even game 1, 2, 3. Well, he's going to play game 1. But yes, no. Oh, look, he said.
So I should drive down to Washington. Take 3-hour drive. I've already mapped it out. About 3 hour drive.
Drive for you?
Huh?
Jersey is three. Jersey is not three. Well, it depends on what part of Jersey you're from. Like, it's not 3 hours. I got the Jersey from DC in an hour, like an hour and 15 minutes. Yes, when I went to the Commanders game, yeah, I got the Jersey. It was an hour and.
You sure that was New Jersey?
May have been Baltimore.
You were getting to Jersey in an hour.
May have been Baltimore. Well, yeah, because we was in. Hold on, wait. Yeah, you know what? Because we was in Baltimore, then we went to Jersey. I'm sorry. So it wasn't a straight shot from DC to Jersey. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, take the 3-hour drive, man. For preseason game. You know what? You should do that. Cause I'll say, you know what? Vicinity is a real fan. She real. Cause I took a 3.5, and then let's say depending on time. I took a 3.5 drive. It was really 4-hour drive from Miami to Jacksonville for that preseason game.
It's in the state. Congratulations.
It's the same distance. Matter of fact, it's longer. It takes me longer.
It's longer, so it's about
4 hours.
2 hours and 40 minutes right now.
So it's a 4-hour drive. It's a 4-hour drive.
Define 4 hours. You know what?
Matter of fact,
that is the most annoying thing about Florida. It's because when you get into Florida, you're still not in Florida. That is, oh my gosh, it's so annoying. Like, it's so annoying. It just goes on and on and on. And
I'm sorry. That was, it was 4 hours. I forgot I had to drive to meet Alex. So I drove out. It's a 5 hour and 4 minute drive right now with no traffic from here to Jacksonville. And that's the beginning of Jacksonville. That's not even getting to the stadium. But
I'm not saying I'm gonna be in DC.
I was already an hour and I think it's an hour and 20 or 45 minutes in because I met Alex up in Naples. So that's what made it like a 3.5, 4 hour drive. So yes, I drove 5 hours to go to a preseason game. Oh look, Nene said you were speeding because Jacksonville is 5 hours. Yeah. And Vondo said it take forever to get out of Florida. So yes, that was the only. Lewis in Tampa, and it's a 4-hour drive from Tampa.
When I was in Orlando and I had my season tickets, and I would go down to watch the Dolphin games.
That's like a 3-hour drive, girl.
I hated it.
Yeah. Now y'all are fans that do that.
Ooh. Hated it.
Ooh-wee. But yeah, so yeah, go ahead and take that drive. You know what I'm saying? You want to get into the last question? I know people want to watch the Spurs. I don't really
yeah. They probably got it on in the background, so we appreciate y'all sticking with us. They
probably are. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button and subscribe too, man. I see you, Mike Bass. Shout out to you, man. You say what's good? Happy Friday. Dang, these was old. They were back. Oh, that was a minute ago. I see y'all, Cookie Monster. Day one, Jamaica for Zion. Appreciate you, Nene. Of course, she and Bonja. I see y'all, David Ferguson. I see y'all. Appreciate y'all, man.
Okay. Speaking of Coach Hafley and all the amazing things that he said, he had some words about a former first-round pick, Chop Robinson. Let's go to the film room and let's listen to the.
Actually, hopefully he becomes an every down player. I mean, I think.
I didn't want to go to the film room. I want to go to.
Okay.
Because I want to pause and stop. This is what I want us to figure out, right? Mm-hmm. Listening to this, do we think it's criticism? Is he calling him Chop Robinson out, or is he praising him? I want in chat, y'all can figure this out too. Listen, tune in, y'all still in the building. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and the like button. Appreciate the poll is done. Vicinity.
We can definitely.
No. If it's still up, y'all make sure y'all vote on the poll. Vote.
Well, 39 votes. I appreciate that. Make sure you guys vote on the poll. Now we gotta figure out the tone.
39 votes and only Make sure y'all vote. Make sure y'all hit the like button, man. We should have at least about 30 votes. Likes too. But so y'all let me know if y'all think this is criticism. Is he calling them out like you got to get better, or is he giving them praise? Y'all let me know. You ready?
Well, hopefully he becomes an every down player. I mean, I think, the easy answer is his pass rush, his get off, his ability to affect the quarterback, but I'm looking for a lot more from Chop. He's going to play a position where he's going to line up in a 9 technique and play on tight ends, and he has to set the edge, and he's going to have to reduce down to a 6 technique and play through tight ends. He might reduce down and play a 5 technique There's going to be pass rush times when he's going to be coming off the edge. We might slide him around, move him around to put him in good situations, but he needs to become a complete football player going into year 3. And we have high expectations for him. We need to coach him. We need to develop him. But the guy's got such a good attitude. He's working so hard, and I'm excited to see where that goes.
All right. Y'all heard it. You want me to answer first, Vicinity, or how you want to do that? I'm just
go ahead.
Okay, so I heard this on, and y'all see that with the Joe Rose podcast. Shout out to that I listened to him on the radio, but I know they got a YouTube, so I was able to get that clip. And Joe Rose was under the impression that they think he was encouraging Chop Robinson, but Bo Kemper felt like he was calling him out. I'm gonna tell you like this. To me, that clearly sounds like a call out, right? If you're a coach, right? He says that. He already said, I'm going to tell you how it is, respectfully though, and don't take it personal. And he also said, how many times he said he needs to become a full player, full-time player, right? He needs to be a every down player. He's going to line up in the wide 9. When we know wide 9, that's easier for you to get to the quarterback. But at sometimes you're going to have to go to 5 technique. And we might have to bump you into a 3 technique. And you have to be able to set the edge from from all over the field. Anyway, all over the line. So to me, that is constructive criticism. That didn't seem like praise to me. I think he added in the mindset, and I like the way he's working, but at the same time telling him you have work to do. Telling someone you need to become is letting you know that you're not there yet. Mm-hmm. These are the things that I'm listening to. And he said it twice. Mm-hmm. At the beginning and toward the middle. Mm-hmm. So after he told him what he needed to do, he gave him praises on the things that he's seen him being good at. And then he showed him again, but now you need to develop. This is the next level that I need you to get to. Which means let you know where you at now is not good enough. Mm-hmm. You don't have to be cussing people out for you to criticize them. I think that's great coaching. Everyone feel like criticism looks the same way. It doesn't. That's a way for me. Like I said, he talked to me. I'm like, okay, he's telling me what I'm doing is good, but I have to become that. He just let me know that I'm not a 3-down player. Calling you out because let's not forget, prior to that, what did he say? Chop Robinson has to earn the right to rush the passer. Remember that. Mm-hmm. That was another time. So when it came to this time, if that wasn't criticized or called him out like, yo, you need to do this, then it would have been, oh yeah, I see what he's doing. It's been he's done everything that we had, and I'm fully confident that he's going to be able to do that on Sundays. No, it's still he needs to become an every down player. He needs to be able to do the 5 tech, the 3 tech. He needs to be able to set the edge. So that's coaching. So to me, that's criticism. It's not like landing him and tell him like I'm disappointed in you. It's calling you out like, hey, you still have work to do because we seen your film. Why did he say you're going into year 3? That's that's telling you urgency, my brother. Mm-hmm. You need to be urgent because you're in year 3. So I expect more. Go ahead, Vicinity.
Coach Hafley is so smart. And the more that he speaks, the more that I'm understanding his method and his brain. Now stick with me as we go down a journey, right? He first is stating everything that he needs from him.
Yes.
He's telling him, we believe you can take on all of this. We know you can do all this, but you're just not there yet. But then what does he say? I wrote it down.
Shout out to taking notes.
We need to coach and we need to develop. Mm-hmm. So he's letting them know we are available. We are here. We want to help you improve. You don't have to do this on your own. This is not just on you. It is also on us to help you get ready, to help you become better, and to help you get to where we need you to be as a player. And we would not be taking this time out if we did not think you could do it. He issued a challenge in a way that where it wasn't demeaning, but it's are you going to show up? Are you going to show up and do it? And to then put an emphasis on he has a great attitude. When you give constructive criticism, you lay it all out, but you end on a positive note. You end with something positive that they can take and then utilize that to get done the goal that you want to, or to improve on the skill that you want them to improve on. That is great technique, especially for a young player who loves to rush the passer. But to say, we see more in you than that. Can you rise to what we need you to be as a pass rusher, as an edge, as an every down player? It's clear, it's concise, and there's a plan within that on how to get it done and to make you ready. I just love the way that he executed that answer. Like, to me, it was he couldn't have done it any better. So I want to say shout out to Coach Hafley. If you had a jersey, I might be close to getting your jersey.
Oh, here
Full
we go.
circle moment. Hey, I might go get the polo. You might see me in a Hafley polo. I don't know. Listen, whatever drip Coach wear, you might see me in some Coach Hafley drip. But being serious, the way he answered that question to perfection, and I love the way he executed it. That's all I had to say.
And I like the fact that you did focus on and realize that he said what we need you to do.
Yes.
And get to where we need you to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a playoff. You have to earn the right to rush the passer, because the only way to get your playing time and to be on the field is you have to be able to set the edge.
Right.
But now he's breaking it down to, but not only from the outside, not only from the non-technique. Like, yeah, you've been doing great setting the edge for the non-technique when you got outside leverage, but I also need you to do it from a 5-tech. You're more close up on the tackle. And then a 3-tech when you're in between the tackle and the guard. Mm-hmm. Just so y'all can understand what 9-5 and technique where you at, right?
Where
you have to be, because what are you doing at 5-tech? Now in 5-tech, you're going to have to take on that tackle in order to keep that edge. And in the 3, for sure, you might have to take on a tackle and a guard to keep that edge set. And the things like that, those aren't his specialty. That's not his strong suit. So we need you to focus more on those, because those are the things that we need from you to be a player on this team and this defense. Why? You don't want to be predictable, right?
Right.
You know what we say with them tight ends? Same thing with the tight end. That's the blocking tight end. They running the ball. Oh, that's the receiving tight end. They passing the ball. No, Hafley doesn't want that. Doesn't want that at all.
And it's just the versatility that he requires from his players. From
the versatility.
The versatility that he wants from his players. So that's what I got from it. Tone, you did an amazing job. Obviously, there was criticism there.
Yes.
A minute amount of praise, because they see the potential. What are you going to do with that potential? What are we going to do with all that potential that you had? And hey, if you want to know what they're going to do, we know what they're going to do, because Tony will be at training camp all this off season. Guys, the most reliable eyes you can depend on when it comes to what this team is really doing, how players are really performing, and how the coaches are really coaching up the players during training camp. Unbiased, unfiltered, no homerism, just pure football takes and breakdowns from Tony all offseason here on the Blitz Pickup. Make sure you're here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
That's a good point, too. You only got 2 more years of your contract, my brother.
Oh,
before we make a decision
See?
on you. So
Look at the gated community showing up tonight. Shout out to the gated community.
yeah.
Tone, you got anything else for your people in the chat?
Shout out to all y'all. Appreciate all y'all for rocking with us, even during the finals. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Continue to support the channel. Listen, we do this for y'all. And also, do not panic. I need to go get that song by French Montana. Don't panic. We just getting started. Don't panic because don't over exaggerate. OTAs, mini camps, training camp. These are the times where you expect them to get out all of the mistakes and the trial and error. This is what should be expected. Now it come to a certain point to where okay, I've seen all the trial and errors. Now I should see the improvement on the things that you were struggling with. And we already seen from week 1 to week 2 how that can literally be night and day. So just continue to be patient. I know that patient word is very difficult to ask of Dolphin fans, but continue to be patient when it comes to the evaluation of these players. And do not let the social media guys, do not let the beat writers, the reporters, do not let them get you over excited or over critical over a player one way or the other, because we see if you ask them the real question, they're going to give an honest answer, which is, well, hopefully it was honest answer. Despite all the criticism that I've been saying, the guy still, if they had the choice, it would be Malik Willis. So let this be a lesson for the people that was over exaggerating everything they saying or taking it for their word. These are just, you could critique a guy without saying that he's not good enough to be the starter. That's all I'm saying, right? I never came in the season saying, "Oh, I'm not going to criticize. I'm gonna critique Malik Willis. I'm going to critique him because I expect him to be at a certain level. So when I see the things that you aren't doing correctly, I'm going to point it out. We have to point it out. If you don't, that's calling him. And we know how we felt about calling quarterback. Y'all gonna keep the same energy. That's what we are gonna do. We are gonna do. So I'm not mad, and I won't, and I'm not surprised when I hear people saying, "Oh no, that wasn't a good practice." I think he should hear that all the time. It's good for Quinn Ewers to be putting that pressure on him, and for this to come out. I'm not mad. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not mad at you. Why? Because Malik, don't get comfortable. You got the fan base already asking for a quarterback competition. This is why I lean right into that. You got the fan base. Don't get comfortable, my brother. You gonna go out there and prove something. And I think that's to the mentality of it. Don't leave that out. But yeah, that's what I want to leave y'all with. Shout out to y'all. I see Dade in the chat. You got here late, my boy. I don't know. Maybe you just come in late, but appreciate y'all as always. Best chat on YouTube, hands down. Make sure y'all let everyone know everywhere y'all go that y'all are the best people in the chat, no matter what. And I appreciate all y'all. For Sandy.
Thank you guys. This has been the Friday night episode. Thank you. We wrapped up mandatory minicamp. We're on to OTAs. That's what you said?
Well, yes, OTAs next week. I think they said the media guys, they're only going to be allowed at one.
Thank God.
Think only one of them. So what you mean? We need the content. What you talking about? We need to know what's going on. No, we got a month and a half hiatus to go on. But yes, listen. Speaking of that, that's what we will be doing. I think. Next week we might have OTAs, but we are going to go more in depth. And when we have that long layout, we're gonna go more in the depth of position by position. Now coming out of the mini camp and OTAs, who are we having concerns with? Insanity. Who improved? Who we surprised with? Names that haven't been called. Jacob Rodriguez. Are we concerned with not hearing more about these type of people? Things of that nature. So those are the type of things that we're going to get into. So trust me, we still got y'all, even though the Dolphins aren't going to be working. We're going to be over here working for y'all, giving y'all that content. So appreciate y'all. But for anyone to get us up out of here.
First of all, thank you guys for all voting on the poll. Let's end it with 40 votes. Appreciate you. Team Malik is at 55% and Team 45. Quinn Ewers is at 45%. Woo! Wow, that's a little bit too close for comfort for me.
Is that like
but
21
hey,
to 19?
may the odds ever be in their favor. Shout out to the minions tonight. Shout out to everyone else that's not a minion that was in the chat. I appreciate you, even though Tony calls out the whole chat. He really be talking to his minions specifically.
Cap.
Am I getting this up out of here, or are you getting this up out of here? I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
What?
It's me. This has been the Friday night episode of the Blitz Pickup. We will see you Monday, 8-ish, right here on YouTube live. Make sure you follow us on all of our platforms. It's pretty much our names, what you see. Lou, hopefully you're back. Missed you today, missed you tonight. You're always in our thoughts and our prayers.
Enjoy time with your family.
Absolutely. And hey, maybe I'll see y'all in the space. Dade, what up? Hey, I was being attacked for my takes on being a Brunson fan. That's all I got to say. That's all I got.
Yeah.